So this week I've seen a lot of debate on Twitter specifically about different types of social media. What is classified as social media? What is pure media? What's pure social? So today I want to kind of address my thoughts on what social media is as a whole and how we kind of differentiate between the social and the media aspect. The first thing is a pure social network. So pure social network is just for social utility. The most clear example of this is a messaging app. It's only social in nature. There's no real media created. It's just back and forth messaging between two individuals who know each other. That's a pure social network. So you can think, for example, early days of Snapchat, even early days of Facebook. These are pure social networks. A pure media network is something like a Disney Plus or Netflix, something that just has media. There's very little social interaction. I think Netflix may have included some social stuff recently, but for the most part, it's just media. You're going there to consume media. You don't care if you know the people whose media you're consuming. It's just a matter of having this kind of repository of media. Social media is a blend of the two. It's having media, might be from people you know, might be from people you don't know, but it's the network itself. You're there to consume media from both kind of groups. There may be messaging involved, and so I guess the best examples of these are TikTok, Twitter. Really even Instagram at this point is social media. It kind of started out as a pure media network, then kind of shifted more towards social. Now I would consider social media. Social media to me, like I said, is really just a blend of pure social aspects. So liking, commenting, sending messages, with the media aspect of creating content, and it can be from people you know or don't know. The reason I bring all this up is because what we're creating with Outspoken is social media. It's a social media network. It will be content from people you know as well as people you don't know. There will be social aspects of it, but the core content is media. The core thing that you're consuming, what the actual user behavior is consuming content. I think it's a subtle difference to understand, but I think over time, it's really important to identify these things. Otherwise, you get off track. For example, Snapchat is more than anything a social network. They've tried to incorporate these media aspects, Discover and shows and all that, but I mean, that's not what Snapchat is for. That's a small percentage of their usage. Most of their usage is still messaging. Most of the people who use Snapchat mainly use it for messaging. And so you always want to be clear, what's our main value proposition? TikTok has managed this beautifully because you don't even need your friends on TikTok to have a great experience. It's one of the few social media platforms that's like that. And so as we're building Outspoken, taking inspiration from that, understanding how do we make this an experience that's not only social, but even advantageous to someone who doesn't have their friends or network on there. So what did I do this week? First thing was create a production server to go along with the development server that we've been working on. Again, the reason for that is development you work on, that's not the thing that users are using. Once everything is tested, ready to go, approved, then you can push it to the production server. The second thing is creating thumbnails. So it's not quite done yet, but set up the infrastructure for creating thumbnails on the front end. Whenever a user creates a clip, upload that to the server, and then it will be displayed anytime a thumbnail needs to show. Final thing is I did some work on animations. Still working on the actual gifting animation. So tweaked that a little bit and worked on that. Still more to do, but made some good progress there. So what am I doing next week? First thing is going to be the add edit photo feature. So for you to upload a new profile photo or edit your existing profile photo, just add that functionality in there. The second thing is going to be unit tests. We have I have a couple of unit tests, in the app already, but need to have more to kind of just test out the flows. We have one for login, but for example, posting a clip, setting up these tests so you don't spend as much time kind of fixing the bugs. The bugs are found a lot earlier. Setting up that testing framework early is important. Final thing is always wildcard. I'll update you guys on that next week. As always, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys next week.